Welcome back everyone to another video. Today is October 16th, Wednesday. We didn't have any high impact news going in for the day. We actually had no medium impact or even low impact. So it was a day that you had to proceed with a little bit of caution. But I was able to catch a couple setups. I'm going to show you guys here, as you can see with the markers. And you guys just saw the trade tape that I took. That way I showed you guys how I was looking at it going, step by step, and the process of how I even got stopped out in profit, which is totally fine. Wasn't able to reach that final target. But again, it's to be expected on a day like this where there's no high impact news. We also reached that mid hour. That's something else important, but I'm going to show you guys that a little later. So here we're on the daily chart for E-mini NASDAQ. And as we always do, we mark out our new day opening gaps to determine what we're looking for. Now, the long that I took, really the levels that I was looking for, I had this new day opening gap here marked, and I'm going to show you guys how price reacted to it actually really well. And then we also had this new day opening gap right here. It was also interacting with this current new day opening gap. I just took this one just because it was a little higher and the reaction was a little better. You're going to see later. But again, like I said, this area was absolutely perfect. You can see price reject off it. And we're going to break it down a little further on that 5-minute. So here on the 5-minute, as we can see here, price is in a really deep discount at that time of that ICT silver bullet. My main draw was this, these really clean highs up here. This was my main buy side draw. We already took sell side, which was actually the previous day low, and we left all this low resistance liquidity run all in here, because you see how there's no swing highs or lows, there's just gaps. So this upward movement is going to be like really quick and with a lot of power. Unfortunately, like I said, we didn't manage to get up here, but again, overall, it was still a really decent trade. I got stopped out around here, which is still fine. And there's that new day opening gap that I was talking about earlier. That's why you guys definitely want to mark that on your charts. It's really, really going to give you a better, reference as to where price is and where it might react. So here's my 1-minute chart. And as we can see, this is where I took my trade right in here. I was managing to take it a little earlier. I took it more nearing that open, but breaking down the trade, as we can see, I got that bullish breaker there with the low, high, lower, low, higher, high. And then I also had this inverted order block as well, as this up close candle was engulfed by 3 straight down close candles. You draw that out. Look at how price taps into it perfectly. And we also have a breakaway gap. I always talk about how if you have a bearish or bullish breaker, you always want to see if you have a breakaway gap. I would say around 8 to 9 times out of 10, if you have both of them coupled with each other, I would say like the confidence that you're going to have within your setup is going to be a lot higher, just because these have a lot of good accuracy, especially when you have these. And then I took my first partials at this high up here. We snagged it just a little bit, and then I marked it as equal highs, and then I put buy stops above here. We trade back into this order block. My stop was below the breakaway gap just to be careful. We come down, manipulating anybody still trying to go long, chasing this a little bit, and then we finally also take away the buy stops here, because retail, of course, they're going to be trying to sell all this. So it's quite obvious in that case. We trade back up again, bullish order block here as well, as these two down close candles engulfed by this up close candle. We trade up once more, another set of partials here above this high. We had some speed, but again, that's why it's really crucial that you also want to utilize that new day opening gap, because look how we completely tap right into this. And then we also have these little equal highs that I was looking for price to maybe in this fair value gap look to go up, but unfortunately we get stopped out here. I wanted to see speed above this high here, but unfortunately we just didn't get it. And something else to note is, like, notice how on that mid hour, once 10:30 started, we declined right away. In the heaviness of this candle, I would probably say that I would have to have been careful. At least with all these rejections here, would have been a case where I probably would have been able to take it out earlier. But it's totally fine. We still got right around here. We got stopped out in profit. Compared to that original entry there, so it's all good. And here we're on dollar index on the daily chart. Now I was looking to be actually bearish on them for the actual trade specifically, but the problem is that usually if you're bullish on one asset, you want to be bearish on another, especially utilizing that divergence aspect. But DXY looking to be taking away this daily buy side up here. We also have this imbalance here and the current new day opening gap as well. And here on the 5-minute on DXY, we have these equal highs up here that I was looking to be drawing towards. But again, like I said, during that time of that ICT silver bullet, since we were above that minute open, I was maybe looking to see if price wanted to take out these lows down here. But that main daily buy side is the main draw for it. So it did make sense that I wanted to go up. So during that long, I was going to be very, very careful as to, how I was engaging in that long position. But we can see DXY completely respect the consequent encroachment of this large BISI. We have a small one here as well with a breaker, low, high, lower, low, higher, high, last up close candle. And then we have a mitigation block right here. You see it tap into it and then we go off. So again, the day was pretty clean. It wasn't too bad. It's been a while since we had a day clean as this one. And surprisingly, it happened on a day with no news. So we'll have to wait and see what we get tomorrow with red folder news. We're going to have some red folder news at 8:30. So I hope you guys found this video insightful. Comment down below. Join the Discord. It's completely free. It's in the description below. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.